Hey, what's up, guys? If the game is up, uploading still. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, so I think it's set here. I'm gonna open up the Discord too if anybody wants to jump in. Wow, only got one. Where am I with this? Okay, I got 109. I wonder why I'm so low. Or 169. Okay, let's see what this is. Yeah, it's 5 hours, so that's all the energy. And I got everything here. Oh, it didn't. Okay, I probably should get that. Oh, I don't. Do I have enough? Oh, I'm out. Yeah. Okay, it's no worries. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is just a quick video, guys, about Sentry. Let's go to Sentry. I mean, there's been a lot of talk. Dorky pointed out something, and I just wanted to take a look at that because I thought I noticed something a little different, but we'll pull up his passive. We'll go through that real quick. Then I'll pull up a Dorky video. But it says this character cannot be revived on spawn, gain defense for 2 turns, and safeguard for 2 turns. When this character drops below 50% health for the first time, fill this character's speed bar by 50%, flip all negative effects into positive effects. So he does take a first hit pretty well, from what I can see, even with no reds. On death, on death, summon void onto the enemy team, and apply 2 death proofs, offense up, and 2 turn safeguard for 2 turns to summon void. Gain a 100% assist chance and 100% chance to assist on non-attack abilities. So in Crucible, before this character takes his turn, speed bar cannot be filled by any enemy for themselves, allies, or enemies. Not quite sure why that's worded like that twice, but I guess just to make sure that it's saying that he's not gonna let any enemy fill uh, their speed bar. The speed of this character and each ally can only be reduced by slow. Enemies' max health, damage, and speed cannot be increased except by positive effects. So, and then I think this passive is pretty much the same. No, this character cannot be revived. On spawn, gain 3 void. On turn, steal 10% health from all allies and redistribute to self. This bypasses heal block. Um, on attack, heal all enemies for 20% of this character's max health. Can we go down? At the end of this character's turn, lose 1 void. Not quite sure how that works yet. Uh, maybe that's an attack. at the end of any turn, if this character does not have any allies, or if this character does not have any void, this character dies. On this character's death, reduce the speed bar, okay, of all enemies by 25%. On allied death, fill this character's speed bar by 20%. Okay. This character cannot assist and cannot gain assist now. The speed bar, this character cannot be reduced, and this character cannot gain assist now. Heal, block, trauma, slow, stun, or taunt. In Crucible, speed this character needs enemy can only be reduced by slow. Enemies max health damage and whatever that can be increased except cannot be increased except by positive effects. So I think that's the thing most everybody's concerned with. There's trauma here, piercing, unavoidable. Um, I'm gonna set this part up because there's only 2 hits that I did. So I took a loss to Nemesis, and this is 2 things happened here. One was I used Sentry on this room 4. You guys can see it right here. Just to see what he could do. It's like, okay, this is going to be a sack no matter what. And this is where he did not work on Mephisto as they're saying he should. So I don't know if he's going to or not when they fix it. Um, but you'll see Mephisto goes. Now, it doesn't say anything about a speed gain. Dorky said they're not supposed to get speed gains, so that's what I'm hoping we can look at here. But at any rate, it says that they're not, and so Noel goes pretty fast, and so there's that part. We'll look at that, and then he had Nemesis had him. Where did he have him? Oh, right. Nemesis had him on. Nemesis, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Nemesis had him in here? No? Yeah, that's him. Nemesis had him in here. So you can't see this well. So I hope, hopefully I come back, we'll click on it. You can see the team I went in there with. Because it was Nightcrawler, because I wanted to see what would happen. Um, and Nightcrawler did not get his speed. So it says fill, right? It cannot fill speed bar. So Nightcrawler didn't. Let's just double check and make sure Nightcrawler is a fill a speed bar. Let's go to stream. Yeah, so he fills a speed bar. Because what we're going to look at is his big time went and his big time gained speed bar. And I believe Noel gained speed bar. So those are things I kind of look at. We'll just touch on this video. There's just some thoughts here for you guys to think about. And maybe you can still use them. Their gain speed up. And let's see, Noel here gains defense up. Wait, is this it? Gains 10% speed. So these are gains. And what was Mephisto? It's probably, yeah, he gains. So Mephisto gains. So I'm wondering if that's supposed to be in there or not, because it looks like the speed gains are taking place. I don't see exactly in the kit, so I'm not understanding that part maybe. But I don't see in the kit where it's saying he's going to stop a speed gain. I think he reduces it. Let's go back to him. And then we're just listen to what Dorky says, and we'll play the little clips so we can see what's going on here, because that's what I'm trying to learn too, what this is. But it says cannot fill, speed bar cannot be filled. And it says this does not apply to speed gained through normal means. So that means that they can gain speed bar. If I'm looking at this right, does not apply to speed bar gained through normal means. When some other people do videos, as I check through real quick after this little part on Dorky. We'll see if anybody else is talking about this in the video. I know Zastin talked about it in stream, but I haven't seen any guys' videos. I was working on my defense, which I'll save that when CC starts because we'll keep this kind of separate. And then I don't know if it's going to work anyways. So it'd be something if it does to think about for next week. So we'll see if we can get this to switch. Okay. I don't want to tap it again. It's slow. And it might throw something off. There we go. So let's see if this comes up. It did not. So let's tap this here. Yeah, once I got all this stuff running, boy, it is really slow. All right, so it's this one. There we go. Okay, I guess I had to tap it again. All right, so we'll jump over here. We'll switch this to Dorky, and then I'll put this music on pause. All right, so this is the Dorky video. I'm gonna turn this up a bit.
For many users, your tokens sit in some company's account. They decide how much you can withdraw, and if you can log into your
node wants you to not use like Steel Serpent here for whatever reason.
Oh, great.
How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend thus far. This is going to be a pretty darn big video. We're going to be opening up some Thunderbolt Diamond Orbs, which we just earned from Battle World, to try and set a positive, goofy face. But then we're quickly going to start critiquing some huge issues that Scopely let slip through the cracks yet again.
Yeah, I'm going to have some guys got good volume
for them in regards to that. We're also going to be going over a lot of the stuff in the economy that is a hot conversation right now. And honestly,
Sentry.
I think absolutely pathetic. It is pathetic that the premier Battle World boss character was let to enter the game into the player's hands during a crucible where he's supposed to shine, where he is supposed to have very, very powerful effects. He's supposed to make it so that fill this character speed bar. No, where is it? 100% chance. No, here it is. Before this character takes a turn, speed bar cannot be filled by any enemy for themselves, allies, or enemies. This works.
Right. I agree. That works. Because I tried Nightcrawler just to check to see. Nightcrawler did not go, which is fine, you know, because it was going to be a sack anyway. But I was hoping because guys were saying the speed did not work. So it was not clarity at that point on what was working, what was not working. But this speed field does not work. And remember, this is both sides. It's kind of like Professor X, to my understanding. So your characters that have, like if it says apply speed or fill in speed bar or something like that, a speed up or something like that, then it doesn't look like, I don't know if speed up works or not here. We'll see. But but the gain works. So we'll see how that goes when it says apply speed up. Because it's saying fill speed bar. So we'll see if it says apply speed up, if that's the same or that's in the same bracket. Because it says enemy's max health, damage, and speed cannot be increased except by positive effects. So that's not clear to me other than like a scroll. So I'm curious to see what that means as we go forward, how this is scripted and what, you know, as other guys make it more clear on how this part works.
The speed of this character in each ally can only be reduced by slow. I don't think anyone's tested this yet. But here's the really stupid part. Enemies' max health and damage and speed cannot be increased except by positive effects. And this is not true.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out too. Like, cause I'm not totally understanding if it is or is not working. How was that tested exactly? So Dory's gonna explain it some, and then hopefully some other guys break it down, and then we'll have a better understanding on how to use Void or Sentry until they fix what they're gonna fix. And we're gonna jump over to what they say in Marvel Strike Force, but it didn't seem like they were planning on fixing a whole lot. So for him, I guess they're saying it's kind of working as intended.
It is stopping max health. It is stopping damage, but it is not stopping max speed. I had my friend Magnetic, I forget his full name. I call him Magnetic. I had my friend Magnetic look into the JSON files, and not only is Sentry not stopping enemy speed stat gains, he's instead stopping your team's speed stat gains. So if you go in there.
So this part we're gonna check, because when I looked at the speed gains, of course, for the other team, it was not stopped. And if this is what that means, it's supposed to not stop speed gains. Where is that again? Enemies max speed cannot be increased. If that's what it means, then yeah, then speed gains would not work. But is that the wording? Is that what they meant? Did they mean this to stop Mephisto? Did it mean this to stop tunes that have speed gain? Because that would definitely make him like more valuable than Professor X in a sense, if that part is true. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Also, the big time on Nemesis side, he did go. Now it's gonna show that he didn't have speed gain, but he did actually have a speed gain. What's going on, you turd? Just doing a quick video, man. I'm gonna throw this up. I figure like a 30-40 minute video. We'll talk about it a bit, throw it up just so guys can have some thoughts on how to try to use Sentry, because I think you still got to use them. You just have to decide on offense or defense, and it's tricky as an offensive tune. So I don't know exactly how we get the most benefits from him on offense. Because if Thunderstrike gets fixed, then it's like, you know, I mean, you don't want to put him with Blastar if that's the case. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, it'd be like a Damon comp maybe. But we'll see how that kind of plays out as this gets more clear. Because I'm wondering if they meant this to not stop the speed gain. It maybe is worded in a way to where we'll see. Because they said something in the Scopely blog. And if that means they're going to stop the gain, then we'll see. I heard he's stopping speed on your side. So we're going to look at that, because it doesn't look like the filling speed bar, yeah, but the speed gain that on that base stat it was still on Big Time Spider-Man. And see, Nemesis is really good. So he put Big Time on defense with Sentry. And there's no way he could test it outside of CC. So he had an understanding going on here that maybe the rest of us did not, because Big Time goes really fast. Big Time speed is like 192. And I took in Fantastic Four. So I'm just trying to check all this out to see what works in his Big Time went. But anyway, let's get through this part, and then we'll take a look, and then we'll see if anybody else has videos up.
With Sentry and Fantastic Four against an enemy, I don't know, like Night Stalkers or something, and you think like, I'm gonna have this giant speed stat event, you're probably still gonna win that fight. But if you go in there and you think you're gonna have this giant speed stat advantage, you're not. Because it's broken. Because instead of stopping the enemies, he's stopping yours, which is absolutely crazy. But it goes beyond that. Now, I don't know if this has been fixed yet, so we're going to see this in real time together. But the Command Center event for Sentry Red Stars.
Now, I did get
apparently these objectives are not
here.
counting. So I have already done my Crucible. We're going to go ahead and
fluky,
open this up.
because I had signed in on the game. I had signed out.
So apparently this is not
I signed in on the laptop or the iPad, and then signed back in again, signed back in on the iPad, and then somehow I got
supposed to give there. I didn't actually see what I was supposed to give
one
there.
of these. I got some of these here, but
right
the main one, I was like,
it gave absolutely nothing.
But it still gave nothing.
So they know
here.
This is not working. They're looking to fix it. But
what's going on, Cam?
Damn it! Why does it have to come into the game broken? If you cannot have these fun moments for the players roll out smoothly, stop letting them happen over the weekends so you can fix it in real time. People now waiting for Monday to get the Red Stars on Sentry to enjoy him in Crucible are probably pulling their hair out.
I totally
People
agree
now
with this
realizing
part.
the Sentry isn't doing
They
half
should
of
have
his
just come
most
in
important speed mechanics.
And for the guys that got Sentry,
effectively,
and they know they're playing Crucible,
hype or excitement
because they made a mistake. They should just gave us Red Stars for the day.
Yes, I understand.
Like,
this is very
why are
temporary.
you?
I understand this will be
playing around
fixed for
with
next week's Crucible. It's too late by then. I know this is short term, but any sort of fun and excitement players would have had with this unlock this weekend is gone. And now the novelty of using him for the first time is also gone. Any sort of super hyped interactions you would have had with this character will, like it or not, be diminished because it's going to happen after he
I
came
like
out.
how he's talking to
And
us
that's not okay. And that's
and to
not
the
cool. He is a
devs
goddamn premier
in like
character.
a respectful
Speaking
way.
of premier effects,
So wait a minute, is this
how about
him?
Thunder Strikes?
Okay, we'll come back to that on another time. I'll look for some other guys, and we'll come back to this part. Let's see. I don't think anybody else may have put something out on that yet. I was hoping Zastin would have thrown his up there. He had something really good. Maybe we can go. His stuff is going to be long on Twitch, so it might not be ideal to do that. Dula might have said something. We'll check to see on that because he looks like the only one that's put up a video. I haven't looked at his, so that'll be something to come back to. We'll leave it right here. Where's Dula? This one, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so let's jump back over to the game real quick. Okay, I know I tapped it. Okay, now it's not responding. I fucked it up. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so make sure the volume is right. I don't want to be up too loud on you guys. Okay. So here's the thing, guys, I'm looking at. We're going to go right in here, and we're going to look at what Nemesis has on defense. Because, you know, Nemesis has a strong understanding of the game. And I don't think this was a mistake by him putting his Sentry in here. He's got big time in here. And I believe Omega is a speed gain. I mean, you know that kid better than I do, Fetty. So we say, how'd the CC go? It's no, I lost, man. I'll show you. I couldn't clear his room. I'll show you that as we wrapping up. I couldn't clear his room. But this here, I just want you guys to see big time goes. Now I got Fantastic Four in there, and I've got Nightcrawler in there. So we got two different types of speed here that should say what's working and not working, right? Uh, but the way this goes, um, it did not work well. So let's see. So I'm gonna do less talking in the loading part. Oh, you got ads up because I'm gonna try to edit this video. All right, let me know when the ads are down. I'm signed into my iPad on the app. I had to download the app. I was able to get in before, just on Discord. I had some problems with that. I was able to get in still, but when I pull it up that way, if I'm not logged in, I can't see the chat. So I'd be able to see what's going on, but I wouldn't be able to see you guys what you're saying. So the way it was before, I could see both. I could see that when the commercials come up most times, and I could see when. Okay, you back. Okay, so here I just want you guys to see. This is Invisible Woman's about to go. That means her speed is there, right? Let's click on her. So She's at 194. Visible Woman's at 194. And does Franklin give that to her? I guess he does. Yeah, so let's see what Franklin. Whoops. And we'll just check this. Franklin is at 197, right? Sue's going first, so this thing is showing kind of crazy. But uh Phil speed bar 4% for self and all allies. So maybe that's why he's not going before her on this part. Gain 5% speed. This character applies uh after any character has taken an action. Fantastic Four allies gain 5% speed. If this character has two or more Fantastic Four allies, gain additional 45% speed. So they're gaining, right? So the speed gain is working. Yeah, Franklin's the one who gives speed. So right, so they're getting the speed gain. So Invisible Woman is gonna go, right? We saw she's at 192. Now that was a good hit, not enough. Now look who goes. Big time. They're saying it's shutting it down on his side. It's not. So I don't know if that's intended yet or not. Maybe the script is worded wrong. I don't remember exactly what said in the blog. What's his speed right now? Right. So you can't tell. Now I know it because I looked at it a lot. His speed is 192 at this time. But you're when I maybe it shows it now. I couldn't see it before when I checked it. Yeah, it says 128. So maybe that's what guys are looking at when they look at it. But clearly, if he's 192, he's going after Sue, who's 194, right? He's going next. So this is just plugged in wrong, whatever the bugs are. But he's 192 right now. So big time goes. That means the speed gain is going to be working on Omega. So now it's Franklin, but we're going to take a look at him. We're going to just see what it says. I didn't look at him. We'll look at Franklin if I see him. So Franklin, it says 131, right? Maybe that's correct. Maybe it's not. He was 197 before. So I don't know how that disappears. And then where's Omega? And then Omega says 120. But just look at how this plays out. So now Nightcrawler, what is this right here? What does Nightcrawler say on his ability, on his effects? He's got speed up. It says he's got speed up, right? That's what it says. I mean, I guess he'd be 180, so he would not go before him, but or Franklin. So let's see, Franklin and Big Time will go before him. Um, so now Franklin went, which that's what you would expect. Did Nightcrawler just go? No, Void just whacked his ass. Void just came in. We gotta watch it again. Did Void just whack my fucking Nightcrawler? So that's why we can't tell what Nightcrawler's gonna do. You say his speed up lasted it until turn, but it says Nightcrawler's speed bar is filled. So he shouldn't be getting it, right? If I'm understanding that correctly. Fantastic Four gets speed gain, right? Trezor until turn. Omega Red Phoenix Force killed Nightcrawler because you killed Phoenix. Okay, so the thing is we'll go back, but Nightcrawler said he had speed up. Did he? Isn't that a speed fill or applied or something like that? Well, let me go back. Let's take a look at Nightcrawler. Well, let's play this to see how fast Omega goes. Void whacks my team. He doesn't have a lot of damage, but he still does what he does because you can see she's bleeding the fuck to death. So it wouldn't matter. Phoenix goes. Right? Um did he ever go? I don't even think Reed ever went. Omega goes. It says 120. But he's got to be faster than that because I don't think Reed took a turn. We'll go back and see, but I don't think Reed took a turn there. Dark Phoenix comes in on 100 fence. Yeah, I can see Dark Phoenix going, right? But Omega went before Reed went. I don't think Reed went unless he got his speed, which is not showing he got his speed. Unless he got his speed, now he's on this side. So how did either one of them go? You see what I'm saying? It's really confusing because he's on our side now. He's supposed to stop them. I thought. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. I don't remember how that. I remember. I'm getting confused a little bit on how that's set up. Red dropped ult. No, he didn't. I walked into the next hit with his ult up. So before we go to the other one, let's jump over here. Let's go back to Nightcrawler real quick. So Nightcrawler, it says, oh, he does gain. So Nightcrawler gains speed up. Okay, it is a gain. So he's gonna get that on crit fill speed bar. So he fills down here if he goes. Okay, so he was supposed to get a speed up. So that's correct. So maybe they don't want him to stop gain. Are we clear that that script is supposed to be stopping speed gain? Because we're gonna stop speed the filling speed bar, and it's gonna stop speed gain both. So Nightcrawler has gain speed up. So yeah, he was supposed to go. That's why he had to speed up. But like you said, he got whacked. So and then who else? It was Omega. Phoenix Force. It says fill this character speed bar by 20%, right? If he doesn't have a protector, he had one. If he has a protector, he had one. So he's supposed to stop fill his character speed bar. Maybe he did. On turn, he gained 5% speed up to 50% speed. So this is where he got it, right? So I guess he's not stopping that. But you tell me, you guys tell me, would they really set him up to stop speed gain and filling speed bar? Is that really, you think, what they intended? He said speed prevention is basically always mentioned except positive and negative effects, meaning speed up and slow are allowed. Right. I can see that if they're gaining speed up, so that's what gets tricky. So like, who's he gonna stop? If we're talking about speed up and they're gaining speed up, who's he stopping? Because then Noah would get his speed up, right? Technically. Um, I'm not I think that it sounds like they said that like the way they meant it. Because everybody's saying, oh, he's gonna stop Mephisto gaining 666% speed. Um, would he? So yeah, let me get this commercial off. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it a bug? Is it really a bug? Did they really want both those to happen? Because what's the separation? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the separation in if Mephisto is gaining his speed here, and then Nightcrawler, I know it said gain speed up. Let's see what he says. Does it say gain speed up? It says gain speed up. Then it says gain 5% speed up to 45% speed. So what is the difference in what Franklin is doing versus what Mephisto is doing? Well, they've already admitted it was a bug, but a bug exactly how? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Ether. It's like what exactly is the bug? So when they fix it, what exactly is getting fixed? So I mean, we'll flip over to the blog because that's what I'm not clear on. It's like even when this is fixed, because it's basically saying he's shutting down everything except for like, I guess like a scroll. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. Does he shut down scroll? Shut down the scroll. Scroll is bigger than that, right? Scroll is not bigger than that. Scroll is bigger than that. There he is. Well, he's gonna fill his character speed bar, so that means scrolls should not work, right? In that case, someone looked in the JSON files, and what he should be shutting down on the enemy side is shut down on the ally side instead. I, but what? That's not clear what they're saying. Whoever looked at that. So from my understanding, it's just simply someone put the code in wrong. When fixed, enemy Sentry would have shut down your Fantastic Four speed instead of the Omega Red. What's up, Nemesis? Hey, good game, man. Definitely. You teach me a lot here because I'm trying to figure out, like, because you had an understanding of the speed game because you put big time in there with Sentry, and he went. And that's what I'm trying to get guys to see. Nemesis put him in there with Sentry, and Sentry went. Speed bar instead of speed are different mechanics. They are. So that's what I'm trying to figure out with the script. This is a bit hard to follow as you're about speed and speed bar. So let's go back to that. Um, let's just go back to that. Let's go back to Big Time and Nightcrawler, right? Let's look at the speed gain, right? Nemesis had him in there. He gained speed. From what Dorky is saying, this is supposed to get shut down on my side. Nightcrawler gained speed up. Right. He should have gained speed from speed up. Okay, so look, he did gain speed up, and Nightcrawler did too, right? So let's go back to that. So let's focus on this one. Both sides, Nightcrawler gained his speed up, Big Time gained his speed up. And so here it says enemies max speed cannot be increased except by positive effects. So right, it's supposed to stop my side and not his side, but it did not. So if they fix that, then that's fine, right? That means if you had Sentry with Mephisto, your Mephisto would work, but their Mephisto would not work. If I'm understanding that right, right? Here's the part that the other part I'm looking at is it said, wait, he said, uh, before this character takes a turn, speed bar cannot be filled by any means for themselves, for any enemy, for themselves, allies, or enemies. This does not apply to speed bar gained through normal means, right? So this is both sides, and this speed down here is just supposed to be the enemy side, right? Okay, so they fixed that. So now your side, you go into attack. If you got enemies, you got characters that get speed through a speed up, they gain a speed, or they're filling speed bar. What it's saying is both should not work on the attacker side. Because that's what I'm trying to get clear on. Because like, so if they did that, then and then the speed of this character and each ally can only be reduced by slow. What are you taking in there? That's what I'm saying. Did they really design it that way, or is the kit reading in a way where we're misunderstanding it? Because if you're, because what other speed is left? It's not supposed to be both sides. Okay, so let's just focus on the offense side because if they fix it, so first of all, the speed gain is working on the defense side. That's what I was trying to point out. So here, if you have big time Spider-Man, this worked because he went after Sue. So this part is working. It's not offense and defense side question. It's a ally enemy side question. Okay, there you go. So let's focus on that. So let's just focus on the offense because he has speed up. Yes, it's a positive effect. Okay, so let's go to the defense, to the offense. So what we're saying is Nightcrawler should not work, right? He did work, that's what's broken. Nightcrawler should not work. That means it doesn't affect positive effects. Right. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. If it doesn't affect positive effects, then what is it shutting down? Because we're saying it's not working. So what is it supposed to shut down? It's not shutting down. Okay, on both sides. What is he shutting down on both sides? That's not working. It's shutting down Man Thing Havoc. Yeah. So okay, because yeah, that just says gain. I got you on that. It just said let me make sure what Man Thing says. It just says gain speed if I think that's what I'm looking at, if I'm remembering that correctly. So who tested this to say that this is what's broken? Where is it? It just carries three or more, gain taunt, gain immunity, and gain 20% speed. Who tested this part to say that this is what needs to be fixed? Because did somebody test this to say that this is what's broken? So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't clear. Like when they were saying it's broken, and when Dork is saying it's broken, that's what I was saying. Like who tested what part to say it was broken? It's only not working because it's affecting both sides. Is it affecting both sides? It should be the enemies only. That's what I'm saying. Nemesis put in his tunes that get speed, gain speed, right? And they went. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What team was Sentry on? Oh, ad break. Okay. Where's Omega? Black Widow. Where's Phoenix? There she is. Okay. Uh, Sentry is 100% not working because I literally took him into Mephisto room and Mephisto went. Right. So if he's supposed to shut down Mephisto, I get that part. That's what I'm trying to make the separation because I took him in there and sent and Mephisto went as well. I tested him at reset against King. Tested what though? What was the offense? What was the defense? Right at the new CC battle. Same with Thunderstrike passive. I get that. I can see that's not working. Just so you know, enemy Mephisto went before my team despite having Thunderstrike passive awaken. I get that. I mean, we could talk about it. We could talk about that, but I was more concerned with this because the fix they're going to make. What exactly is the fix they're making? So like, where is her? See, like if they're fixing this, is this it? Yeah, if they're fixing this, because like you said, man thing is gain. So if they're fixing this and it says gain 666% speed so he doesn't go, then that means he is working except for that only one piece, right? It's going to change to work on enemies instead of allies. That's what I'm saying. Who put the team in so we know for sure is not working on allies? You guys keep saying that, but nobody's saying what the team is. So if Sentry against Mephisto, then Mephisto will have a 20, right? So let's say Mephisto is on both sides. Did somebody test it with Mephisto on their side? No, enemies should be fine to gain any speed, all except by normal means of speed up, right? I was going to Damon, the Professor X, Mephisto, Null, Emma X. Right. So that's what I'm trying to figure out fast that. So like, what was the team that they had when they used Sentry? What was the team where they knew that this game did not work when Sentry was on their side? That's what's unclear to me because they keep saying it didn't work, and it's like, based on what? They keep saying it's broken on one side, it's broken on the def. If you put them on defense, it's broken on the defense side. But what was the team? Is there's no clarity, so it's like how do we know that part? We'll look at the blog, but how do we know that part is not working? Like, say for instance, right now, if I put Sentry with Mephisto on defense, that means his speed would not work. Well, if you're against enemy Mephisto, you can try it yourself. I did try it. I'll show it to you. I tried it and Mephisto went. Lance, I think. So Lance, but so what was the team Lance had with Sentry? Then that will bring some clarity to it because it's too unclear just saying it don't work. You know what I'm saying? It's like when somebody gave an example, they said, I'm just gonna do a comparison. Somebody gave an example, they said Thunderstrike doesn't work because when I went in with Blastar and Thunderstrike, Thunderstrike did not shut down Mephisto's speed. Right. Now we know where to start. Franklin didn't give, okay. What was the team? I get that. That's why we went through that. We narrowed it down. Franklin didn't give ally speed. Okay. What I'm getting at is what was the team Sentry was on where that side didn't get speed? Sentry. No, that's not true because I just did it with Fantastic Four and Sue went first. Sue was at 192, so there's still there the it didn't shut her down. It and that's what I'm trying to figure out what team got shut down. It was here, or maybe it wasn't here yet. Let's see. I'll go to it and show it to you. So this is the only thing gonna get shut down. I mean, if they change it, so that's what I was trying to figure out. What did they do? Because the fix is just gonna be here on Mephisto. If that's what I'm looking at, if they fix this, it's gonna be like Mephisto, like I said, Man Thing, Havoc. It's gonna be just on those tunes only. That's the fix. So I think that's what I'm saying. What I'm hearing was unclear. That's what I'm trying to make sure. That's what this is about. This whole like jump on real quick is like let's get some clarity to it because this is going to affect that gaining speed on spawn. That's it. Gaining speed on spawn is what it's going to stop. I don't think it stops speed up, Cam. That's what I was asking the guys. It doesn't look like it stops gaining speed up. It doesn't look like it's intended because they was like they're saying it's a positive effect. It doesn't look like it's intended to stop that because Nightcrawler got speed up. And the thing is Nightcrawler got it on his side, and Big Time got on his side. So that means this part, these two on this part is working correctly. That's why I'm saying what was on this team with Sentry that let him know that if he had because I have Sentry, I'll show you the Sentry one in a minute. If he had Sentry with Fantastic Four, then on defense, then yeah, I can see what you're saying. It's supposed to the speed up positive effects works. Yes, it works. Okay, I'll show you this match. And then we'll jump over the other match. All right. So he's got Sentry, Invisible Woman is gone. Invisible Woman is at 194, right? Look at this match. Sentry is on the opposite side. That's why I was asking you, was Sentry on the same team as Fantastic Four? Which means Fantastic Four should have been prevented. Franklin should go before Sue. Okay. However, since Sue went before Franklin, it means he did not stop F4 speed. So I get that. So what I'm trying to figure out is the team that Sentry is on. They're saying is working against the team that Sentry is on. So if Sentry is on Fantastic Four, they're saying the example I heard is he would shut down Fantastic Four speed because he's on that side. I'm talking about this fight, but the whole reason for this fight is the reference what I've been talking about up until this point. He should be stopping your Fantastic Four. Yes, after Sue turned, check Omega speed. Okay, Omega doesn't have any speed. 120. So that's what you're saying. Here's a shutdown. It doesn't appear that it's shut down. So let me show you why. This is so now it's reading. It's 192. Let's see here. 161, 180. It's showing now. So let's see. So maybe it's all showing like it should be. So let's see. Let's check. Who else? Sentry right now is at 128. Phoenix is at 118. And Omega's at 120. Okay, so let's see. All right, so now Big Time is going. Oh wait, Fantastic Four stops Omega Red speed. Anyway, so it won't say anything. Okay, that's a good point. I didn't think about that either. They would stop him. So the thing I'm getting at is the the gain and speed up works on both sides. That's the only point I was making. Is with him here is working on both sides as intended, right? That's what I'm trying to make sure we get past that part because my thought is working on this part as intended. So going forward, the only fix will be on a gain like a Mephisto, like a man thing, where it just says gain speed. So now Nightcrawler has speed up, Big Time goes, he's all the way down to the yellow, and then whatever happens here, he just dies. I forgot what we're gonna put it on one. No, this is Franklin. Franklin whacked him. No, my Franklin went. All right, so who goes here? Oh, I see. Yeah, so Omega whacked him. All right. But aside from that, everybody went like they were supposed to. The only one that has not gone yet is Reed. Now, Reed, I guess his speed just got whatever changed because he was at. I don't remember Reed ever going. Um. Okay, so that's the part. So Big Time should be going over Sue and Franklin, according to how the kit reads. That's what's broken. Okay, we got to go back to Fantastic Four and see what that how that's looking because I'm not seeing that part. So you show me. Let's go here. Uh, all right. It says until this character completes a turn, gain 5% speed. This is applied after any character takes a turn. Apply 5% speed. If this character has two or more Fantastic Four allies, gain 45% speed. Speed for self. What was another one in here? I see. So it's only 4%. So yeah, that wouldn't be enough. Okay. All right, that's what you're saying. So Fantastic Four should not work. All the percentage gain. So did Lance have Fantastic Four and Sentry on defense? Only way people should be gaining speed on your side is speed up and positive effects. Okay. So we got that clear. So what that means is all this gain speed should be shut down on the fix. The part I'm confused on is they're saying that flip the example. If Fantastic Four is on defense with Sentry, they're saying that it's shutting down the Fantastic Four speed on the defense side and not the Fantastic Four on the offense side. That's what they're saying. I'm hearing is they're saying it's flipped. And that's what I'm trying to figure out where is that flip so we know how to use Sentry. Or is it even flipped? That's what I'm saying. Who had what was the defense Sentry was on? Defense, offense relevant. This is about okay. I don't know if that part is right. Cause see, like the gain, you tell me. It says here, enemies, health, damage, and speed cannot be increased except by positive effects, right? So where does that say both sides is irrelevant? It's saying that max health cannot be increased. It says enemies. Only way people should be defense, offense irrelevant. This is about enemy ally thing. Okay, so break down the ally thing. It says enemies. So when you start the match and they on spawn, Sentry is an ally, for example, to Mephisto, for example, to Fantastic Four, for example, to Night Stalkers, right? He is an ally on spawn. What I heard is that as an ally on spawn, the speed gain is not on the ally side. It's being stopped. And on the offensive side, if you had the exact same thing going on, you had Night Stalkers going into Night Stalker Sentry. Night Stalkers will work on offense, but the Night Stalker speed. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Defense, offense means if a team is on offense or defense, for example, Oath gives speed. Let's go back to Sentry. How is Sentry on an ally side on defense stopping the ally side on defense speed gain? That's the part I'm trying to figure out so guys will know how to use them on defense right now. Because that's what I heard is that he's stopping the speed gain on spawn on the defense side with his allies. And I'm trying to see who tested that. What was the team? Ally enemy is about the person in question is on the same team. Ally. Okay. Okay, so in your example, where is Sentry and on what team on defense? Because that's what I'm trying to understand. Sentry is only going to be on one side unless a guy brings Sentry in on the offense side. Let's just say Sentry is only on defense. Ally enemy, right? He's not void yet. He's Sentry. So here it's saying that the speed bar cannot be filled. Fine, except by positive effects. Fine, gain through normal means. Fine. What I'm hearing on this part is saying, to my understanding, what guys were saying is that this part is working against the ally team if he's on defense with the team on defense. That's what I'm trying to get clarity on. Yes, what people reporting is that Sentry stopped ally team speed instead of enemy. What team? That's why I keep asking you, what team was he on for them to know that? That's why I said, was it Fantastic Four? Was it Mephisto? Because the example we have here, like you said, Fantastic Four, I took into that Omega Red was shut down Omega Speed, so we can't tell from that. So for example, if someone takes Sentry or Fantastic Four on offense, then Fantastic Four would keep their original team. Going into what? That's why I was saying, that's why I put it on the defensive side. That's why I said if you had Sentry original speed, sorry, right. So so I see what you're saying. So they would have their original speed. If somebody took Sentry, so offense and defense is relevant here. I get what you're saying. So if somebody took Sentry on Fantastic Four, right now, their speed is stopped. Their speed gain is stopped. That's what they're saying. Okay, let's check this other one then and see. Because I only got these examples. That's what I hope somebody else would have a CC up so we can see. And then what Zaston said is max health on the side that Sentry is on is being stopped. Because I think the thing is Sentry is on the side he spawns in on. Void goes after he dies to the other side. So that's why I keep saying Sentry. So I'm trying to create a frame of reference. But let's look here. So you got okay, I use Sentry here, right? So that means oh let me get this. So that means Mephisto should be shut down, right? That also means, if I'm understanding this correctly, that means that well, I don't think Noah got any extra speed, but he still goes first, right? So Sentry over here means Mephisto should not go. And so in that, I would see if I get how it's not working this way. So if you take Mephisto on offense and you try to go, I mean, if you take Sentry on offense, you try to go to Mephisto, it's not going to work. That's what they got to fix. The Sentry there would mean Yo-Yo should go first. Exactly right. So the point I'm trying to make is this part is broken. This is what they're going to fix. I have not seen, if Lance is saying it's working in the opposite, then yeah, it could be a code mistake because I have not seen it. So what I'm trying to figure out is where to put Sentry on defense if he's shutting down the speed gain, the gain the gain on spawn. Put him somewhere that does not get speed bonus and does not matter if it is shut down. Okay, so we're gonna look at that. All right, so look, so Mephisto's going, so we know that that's not right, right? And you said Lance tested him with Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four speed was shut down. That's how he knew. Because I just click on it and see if we can see it. Oops, wait. Yeah, so Mephisto's at 793. So that should be 126 or whatever he said. His speed is. I don't remember what his base speed is. 127. He's at 140. I'm not sure how he's at 140, but he's at 140. I guess it's the darkness. So that means the Noah would get his speed anyway because it's coming from darkness. I did not say it, but no, I know you didn't say it. I said Lance. Lance said, or whoever tested, whoever found out, they said that if you put, so in this example right here, if Sentry was on this side with Mephisto, Mephisto would not go first. That'd be the example, right? Mephisto would not go first. I don't see the darkness though. So how is Noah at 140? Okay, there's some darkness. Oh, he assisted though, so it's only on one. Okay, so I think he put darkness on Mummy from an assist though, because it wasn't there on spawn. Unless I missed it. Let me go back to this. All right, so oh, he does have it on him. Okay, I missed it. You're right. He got it on him. All right, so he can't stop darkness. So that would mean technically, if he might shut down Noel with Gore, but he wouldn't shut down Noel if he was on the same side with Noel. All right, let's go here. I see. So basically, this is reversed. That means if Noel and Gore are together, so say I wanted to put him with Annihilators and Noel, because I was thinking about doing that. That means that Gore and Noel would not get speed. Only Noel would get it from darkness. So Sentry on the same side with Noel and Gore, that means this is gone. Uh, they would get no extra speed. That's what I was wondering. Okay, that's still that's the broken. Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to test that to find that out. Um, where's scroll? So technically, he should work with scroll. When enemy gains positive effect, or when this character and ally gains negative effect, heal self 5% of this character's max health. So he wouldn't get scroll wouldn't go either. Meaning stay at 127, 129. I mean, I think he'd be 140. I mean 140 is not terrible. I think he'd be at 140. Um, because he put darkness on somebody. But there's so many tunes you would not be able to put him with until they fix it. So it's like I'm just trying to figure out how the hell would you use him. I mean, if you were to make a team with him, because I thought about throwing him with Undying. I think I would have Undying. I mean, this you can't test it. I threw him here with Undying. Here it goes. I threw him here with Undying. It's like maybe he can work there. I don't know. I don't know if that because I don't know if they last long enough for him to work as Void. So now is the is the bug on Sentry? Is the bug on Sentry and Void? Well, at any rate, I got this in here twice. Oh yeah, I saved it two different ways. I have no idea where you can put him. It's like he's just benched to next week. I don't know how you could use him because that means that uh Zuggs would not go right because doesn't he get some kind of speed? Yeah, fill speed bar by 30%. Yeah, I don't know where you put him. What's up, Fetty? I think WQE. I don't know what that is. Might match next week. Who is WQE? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any way to use him, man. I'm trying to figure out is there any way to use him? And like you just gotta sit him down and just run what you're gonna run. I mean, what this could be a defense to use that Nemesis used. But at the end of the day, then this is just Damon food. So I mean, I'm not really sure. Because if you see Sentry, then most likely you just use Damon. I don't know who WQE is, Fetty. But at any rate, I just wanted to try to get that cleared up. So to me, it doesn't look like we can use him. I don't think he can be used. Any if you use him, it's just an experiment to see if it will work. But it probably doesn't work. Well, I just wanted to try to figure that out, guys. Um, like I said, when you look at this, I don't know where you put them. You can't put them with you wouldn't be well, you wouldn't be able to put them in here. You wouldn't be able to put them in here. There wouldn't be no point to put them there, and you couldn't put them with them. I don't know that he did enough damage here to even be worth putting here. By the time he got on the other side here, the match was over. I'll show you Nemesis hit, and then I'll tune it out. I'll show you all the hits, but I'll show you his hit, and then we'll sign off because I don't think there's any answers to it. So Strange is out of there. Yo-Yo goes. No goes. Basically takes the team out. How the fuck is he still alive? All them other tunes died, and Sentry has the most health left on the board. That's kind of crazy. What the fuck is that shit? Oh my god, that's kind of funny. Okay, yeah, that's kind of funny there. I'm not quite sure what to think of that, but he gets to finish the match on the other side. He gets to finish right there. Now he's over there. So maybe you could throw him with Dorm. I know he doesn't revive. You want him to die, so he'll be over there. Maybe you could throw him like with a Dorm in game in one, so that if your team does live, he goes the other side and does whatever. But that's insane. This is just like whoa. Oh, oh, let me go through. So this is to show you guys. This is the attacks. Every time I go into this, I'm not able to kill in game. So I don't know what happens here. So I get whacked by him. I'm at this point, like, do I just keep Dorm in here so they can revive? Even though they didn't die, so there's that part. The ones that lived. Maybe I have to tap in the end game. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Well, well, would end game get triggered? You think, Fetty? If I hit in the end game instead of Gore, would end game get hit? He's him. So he was he was more than that. In game was 22 mil. How the fuck was he 22 mil? Is Mephisto giving him health? I can't remember. Mephisto must be giving him health. Is that what it is? I mean, not Mephisto, Dorm. He's not. Yeah, I don't know where that's at. What's what's taking him up to 21 mil health? Oh, just the room, I guess. But no, would it be 21? It still wouldn't be that high. Um, it's done. Allies, okay, 25% max health. Okay, so scroll. All right. But yeah, this hit was pretty messed up. So maybe I should have hit into him first, because hitting him now, he just lived. Was not enough. That's all it took. Wiped him out. Uh, let's see. This one pretty smooth. Hey, what's going on, free to play frog? Just trying to figure out if Sentry could be even used this weekend. I think you might almost just had to bench him, man. I don't see where he could be used. I'm just going through these attacks, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I think to make them tougher, you got to put like a. Because I can show you guys yesterday's attacks too on this. I think because he used Victoria Hand. I think I just put somebody that's powerful in there. Or is it not gonna work out? Oh my god. I had a cup and a half of coffee. I might need to do another. I gotta write a paper. I showed you guys this, and I showed you guys this, at least for down here. I guess what mattered the most. Well, actually, I'll show you this because I don't know. Do you for this? Do you use Immortal X-Men first as like a sacrifice, and then save your accursed, like for the final hit? I knew mostly this would be a sack. I didn't have anywhere else to really use them that I was thinking about at the time, other than room 6 where I used the curse. Fuck. And then the Immortal X-Men had no chance. Because Mephisto never went. So maybe a curse here lives through it, and then they could clear the room. Or maybe just double sack it and still just use a curse and don't sacrifice your board X-Men. I don't know. But I think you take away these specials, though. That's my thought. You just take away the specials best you can. And you can't see it now, of course. Let's see where he's at with his special. Yeah, he's got a special backup. And that's where he's at here. And I think he's back up again. He's not. Let's see how fast he gets back up. Does he not? Guess he doesn't. Yeah, I think you got to go in with the first hit so he don't have it. Let's go over here. So you can't get this done with Ares. Of course, APOC is way better. Maybe it just depends on the room too. Maybe in room two it might not be as good. Oosh, boy, they are still tough to get through after all that. Oh, all right, so it took quite a few turns, but it's a last resort. is there. We jump over this Odin room. I'll show you what I was able to do yesterday. So maybe Captain Britain makes us a bit tougher. Probably could just use Starjammers here. That's the whole reason I'm thinking about like the accursed. Uh, Somewhere else. On that room 4 if I see it again. In room 1, I don't know if Nolan needs to be in there. Might have to even copy what Nemesis did in his room 4. I'm showing you this. I'll show you the difference in the Odin rooms using this compared to Starjammers. Now there's no Captain Britain in there, so there's that part. So he used Starjammers on it, and Odin held up. I got Odin as a healer. All right, let's see. I'll show you their health too. I'm gonna jump back in it so you can see. See where Odin took off here. Healing makes a difference. He's healing back up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this is a matter of time. So it took I guess I started at 7 to 23 turns. Then you got them done. But Odin's health was like on my opponent was like 22 mil, 32 mil. Their music still going. So I do like them in here. Illuminati. It's unfortunate we can't use Sentry, so you lose Captain Britain for offense, but I think it kind of is helpful to have him there. And I got this from Cuba. Just doing it like this. So 16 mil health, 17 mil health on Hank, 12 mil health on Black Bolt, because he's getting 50%. The room is getting 50%. 17 mil health. So these like new tune stats. And then Odin as a healer is well over 33 mil health. So you got that part. All right, so we'll just go back through the rest on this defense. He got tripped up a little bit, but I don't know if this is worth it. I like his idea in game and dorm. I may do something like that. But I don't know that Sentry helps on that one. So that's those things I'm kind of looking at, like where could he go? He just goes right at Noel. So Noel is getting wasted here. It's just all about in game. So just like try to find a way to get him going. Oh, Gore did it. Gore took him down. Okay. So let's take a look at at X in here. I think he just went in to sack it. I don't think he planned for this to win. Then he figured he'd do a more Lexman. So we'll just see what happens after the sack. Right into X. I think this room you could probably still put OGM in here. I think Kuba did that, or somebody last week did it. No, it was somebody last week. It was pretty strong. He's doing Iron Fist doing all that healing. I have him as a fort, so you don't have to have him as healer. Okay. And it was pretty simple. Or was it? Yeah, I guess it was. Ain't nothing in there. He was able to clear it. He'd got it cleared anyway, even if this wouldn't have worked. I think it came down to Blue Marvel versus I just show it to you. Okay, so Blue Marvel goes right in, doing what he does. That's amazing. He took out Shadow King. That's crazy. I think it's a decent defense, but even yesterday, Kuba cleared it. He took 3 hits, but he cleared it. So it's not by it getting one, like, 2 tap to clear it. I don't know if it's worth running this. If it would have held, I'd be inclined. If Nemesis didn't clear it with 2 hits, I'd be inclined to try it again. All right, so Fisto goes. They take the hit. They're pretty good at that. I think that's where X comes in handy because they would not survive both. But once again, those specials are pretty deadly. Let's see where they are with their specials. He would definitely have his. He doesn't. Let's see if he gets it back. She's the only one. Fisto has his up. The pleasure of having a 6 red, 299 out of 300 Omega. See where he's at now. Damn, he healed up and then he died down. Okay, he's not getting back up in time. Okay. All right, so Omega goes, does what he does. Oh, was it fucking Phoenix? Was it Phoenix versus Jugs? It was Phoenix. Holy shit. Makes me wonder if I should put purple 4 on her. Huh, maybe she needs to be a healer. All right, let's see what else is going on here. So this is pretty straightforward. He had APOC in there and showed you that one. And we'll just jump over to here because I want you guys to see this one. The Odin. Oh, wait, where the fuck? Oh, he had the Odin here. So this took a lot to get through the Odin. Well, look at that healing. That's crazy. I think the difference was just Odin as a healer. Well, of course, Captain Britain is a difference. But when you look at what Nemesis ran, but this here is what Cooper ran. I think Odin as a healer makes a big difference as to why I was able to get through him. I figured they had the health and not the damage, so it's like, okay, let's try to get off Captain Britain and then and get back over to Odin. Yeah, I think the healer would have made a difference there. He'd have been healing at the each hit. Yeah. So I always say Nemesis. Omega Red should have been perma-killed since it died while Mephisto was still up. I thought that too, but it was like I don't know. I don't know what happened there either. That fight was annoying. It was, man, but I don't think that's. I think your room is better. I'm probably gonna copy it because my Noel is getting wasted in room one, and it's like I gotta find a better use for Noel. I was trying to think about where he could go. That room might wait. That room might could stay. I'm gonna give it some thought after I get off the stream on how I could what I could do with Noel. But Noel and Gore would have to stay together, and that might mean doing something with Annihilator somewhere else, which I don't know how strong that is. Guess depending on the room. But at any rate, similar thing. Is bad targeting, and he just barely got through. I can't believe Spidey was the one that saved the day. That's when I was like, yeah, I gotta do something better with Noel. I mean, I get this is Fantastic Four. It's no Sue though. Um, this was with Victoria Hand, so that didn't work out. And it was with Odin, so they just blast started, so there's no point in doing that. Um, got a successful Damon hit in here. Well, I'm scared to use fucking him, Dorm. Let's see. Yeah, this just using Mephisto on them. If you got Mephisto on the offense, you'll be able to create a counter. I think as long as you go with these AOE's type tunes, except him, but he's still going to be valuable. Uh, this what was this? Was this a misplay? I think it was a misplay because I think I killed him too soon or something happened there. Um, this one made me think, okay, maybe hold on to this room. Maybe I do. We'll see how that works out because that room one is not. I don't think it's what I want to try to have going into next weekend. Um, this was try to wear him down. It didn't really do it. They went in here. I think they got ulted on by her. So it just came down to Thunderbolts being able to actually clear it. That was kind of amazing. What here? Tried X. He had to pull when he pulled Iron Patriot for Emma X. Went first, won. Star Jammer this. That's what I showed you guys. And then he more X-Men this. So yeah, so I'm gonna work on this defense, but I just want to throw this out here, guys, because I was trying to get an idea where the hell this Sentry can go. Uh, at at 5 yellow, I just don't know if we can use him the next weekend. I think he's getting benched. I had yeah, still zero. I had got this, whatever that get him ready for whatever. It ended up coming through, but it didn't do shit. Oh no, it didn't. Sentry is no. What? Sentry is versatile character in Crucible. Okay, yeah, I guess that maybe this no, it was a different one. It just didn't go through though. Anyway, I guess they'll be fixing this. Maybe just gift us the 5 red. Who knows what the hell they're gonna do at this point? All right, but let me see who's on, guys. We're gonna try to oh, try to keep you guys going with some streaming. All right, let's see who's on. Free to play frog. DJ Ogala Wapo. Wapo's on. Let's go to Wapo, guys. I've seen you guys Wapo a lot. We'll try this out. See what he's talking about. He's probably analyzing it too.